Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So as I talked about earlier, I was talking about creating 7 days of large meals, larger than normal. That way you can as needed and you can enjoy the meal, as much as you need it. I decided to do it because I had to can anyway, and also I wanted to try out some different recipes to see what my picky eaters would actually like. So, yeah, that was my thing. Not only that, it was like killing, you know, two birds with one stone. I had a meal done, and I have kind of, I guess you could say, prepping out of the way. So with this video, I did not show everything because I had already started cooking to bring you up to speed, and then you'll see what happened with the next video. I basically used my big roaster, sauteed some green peppers and onions. You always got to start with them. That's what my mama said. I don't know what yours said, but that's what my mama said. So I did that. I gradually added a little bit of stock to it, and I added my cleaned chicken thighs and legs. I did not debone anything because I wanted all the flavor. I wanted all the smoke, okay? So I dropped them in the pan. I'm in the pot. It was probably like at least 20 pieces of chicken altogether. Of course, I added more of my stock. So the boxes that I showed you that was 3 for $5, I got two of them. I used two of them and probably added a little bit of water because I don't really like salty food. But even with my food that I cooked, I did add my own additional seasonings like garlic powder. I like the Dash blend with the herbs and stuff. It's like a greenish teal. That's my fave. That's my fave. And probably some seasoning salt because I didn't add salt. And yeah, that was kind of, yeah, I think that was everything I used. Now, I could have used these bouillon cubes that I have that are not bouillon, but anyway, I ain't get into that. I tried them out. They was pretty good the last time I used them. But anyway, so I brought everything to a boil, and that's what you're going to see in the next clip. I checked on it a few times, and it will look kind of different. Like some of it in the first clip, it looked halfway done. In the second one, it looked like, it was ready. So there we go. I brought you guys up to speed. Let's go. Okay, so again, like I said, I let everything come to a really good boil. I go through, check my chicken, see what's going on, let it cook. I think my cooked chicken probably cooked for at least 45 minutes. And the last time I checked it, everything was just falling off the bone. You heard me? Everything was just falling off the bone. So when you know it's falling off the bone like that, you know what time it is. Okay, so what I did was I started out using forks to take the meat out to separate it from the bones. It worked, but it took a while. So what I did instead, I got a bowl so I can put my bones in that bowl, and then I got my tongs to be able to pick the actual chicken up and transport it over to my dish and go ahead and get the meat off of it because I wanted to be careful, make sure I got all the gristle and the that bone that's in the chicken leg. So I didn't want, the little thin bone. So we was trying to, make sure we get all that out because I don't want to choke on none of that while I'm eating my soup. Okay. But anyway, this is probably the most tedious part besides cleaning the chicken because the chicken, I had to take all of the skin off of the chicken that I did use. So this probably was a little bit more tedious, but it had to get done. And as you can see, I'm taking my time. Everything smells amazing. Like, girl, just go ahead and try you a piece while you doing it too. Because it's just so soft and delicious. And, just falling out the bone. Now my is going to be a bit meaty. I might add some vegetables, a little bit more vegetables later. And as you can see, I've started adding the vegetables to the actual soup. So I had a can of mixed vegetables, and I had a can of corn, and then I already had some potatoes that I already had cooked, and I had some carrots that was already cooked. And since all of those were already cooked, I kind of let them sit in there and cook. And they really didn't have to cook that long, for maybe 5 minutes. Bring it to a boil. Then I add my chicken back in. So like I said, that's me adding the potatoes I already had. I'm not wasting nothing in this season. I reused them from another dish. Yes, I did. Anyway, give it a good stir. Like I said, I let that boil. Let it come to a boil. Let it boil for maybe about 5 minutes. As you can see, everything is basically cooking in the juices that I cooked my chicken in. Okay, because we want everything to have the same flavor. As you can see, it's starting to boil. And then when it gets to that, that boil is good, but it's going to do that for at least 5 minutes. And then I go ahead and start adding my chicken. See, I got a gristle left. That's what we don't want. We'll throw that away. But anyway, we're going to take this chicken and we're going to put it back in. And we're going to let that thing boil. You heard me. Yep, so we add everything in and let that thing boil, honey. Give it a good stir. And that, continue to add my chicken. And we're going to let that sit there and come to a boil together. And we don't have to let them boil too long because, again, the chicken is already done. The vegetables are already done, and they were already pretty much cooked in the same broth. So what I'm going to do now is transfer everything into my plastic containers that I like to hold my items. Then I'll come back later with those same items. Oh, you hear that rumbling back there? But anyway, come back with the same bowls. And I'm going to probably have enough to fill up 2 of these bowls. And whatever's left over is what I'm going to jar tomorrow. So yeah. Oh, check that out, guys. Oh my God, it was so good. One of my pickiest eaters actually enjoyed it. Y'all just don't know. Like, really. So as you can see, that's everything right there. So I'm getting ready to eat. Drum roll.